Welcome back. Today on Real Reviews, we are here with the Partybox Ultimate. We're doing a 3-month update. I've had a speaker now for 3 months, and I wanted to just let you guys know what I've experienced so far, what I think about it now, and would I have still purchased it if I didn't have it already. So first off, let me just let you know, when I first got this thing out of the box, I thought there was something wrong with the upper light over here on the top because it wasn't turning on. And the only time it turned on is if I put my hand over here in the back or put something here in the back, and it would just turn on in white. It wasn't actually lit up. It wasn't changing colors. So that is the reason I decided to update it in the first place. So basically we went into the app to update it. And when it first went to update, you could see that the speaker, it didn't actually look like it updated. It didn't look like it did anything at all. It was just kind of flashing, going around. It looked like it was updating, but it didn't like show that any update was complete. It still just said like 0%. Do something different. Let's do any update. I was doing something different now. Uh-oh. It's finished. Oh, look, it's lit up now in different colors. It just lit up in different colors. I just saw it. The back is blue. Yeah, the whole thing changed. It completely changed it. Now it's lighting up. Now it's working. There you go. So there's the answer. So the firmware update is what fixes it. So it stays stuck on 0%, but it actually updates. So the only way to tell that it's updating is by looking at the speaker, and the speaker's flashing and doing whatever it does, and it updates on its own. And once it updates, now the top ring, it actually changes colors now on its own to match the speaker. So the firmware update was just bugged out, or the firmware was just bugged out on it, and now it's actually working. Once it did that, we actually reset the speaker to factory specs, or the factory settings, I guess. Okay, here's the factory reset right here, guys. All right, look at the speaker's flashing, it's going crazy. Yeah, there we go. Here we go, now it's on. Okay, so now it's kind of all going together. That is so awesome. I really like that. And once we reset it, it came back on and started updating again. So the first time when we connected it to the Wi-Fi, connected it to the Partybox One app, it actually didn't update the firmware. It actually, I don't know what it did, but it flashed the whole top panel, acted like it was updating, but the update stayed at 0%. Once it finished flashing and came back on, then the top panel light was working. And then once we got back into it, we actually reset the firmware. We did a factory reset on the speaker. We went back into the app, reconnected the Wi-Fi, and at that point, it went in and started the update process. So now this is actually the update process. Right now, we're actually at 76%, and right now it's currently doing its update. And it flashes fast, and then it flashes slow. So I guess it kind of must have done something before. It just didn't tell us what it was doing. But it looked like the firmware was actually damaged, and I think most people have the firmware not working right out of the box. So once you get your speaker out of the box and you set it up, the first thing you want to do, you want to connect to Wi-Fi. You want to go in, check your firmware, and basically do what we did. So now it's basically done. It's going to be powering back on here. What is the percentage? It was actually not even done. It's still only 77%. And then once you get it all the way back up and it's finally completely updated, then you want to go ahead and do another factory reset on the speaker, and that won't change the firmware. Here we go. It's powering back up. What's the percentage? Okay, so you want to do another factory reset on the speaker once it's totally done. And that will ensure that there's nothing in the speaker from the previous firmware. It'll just, get it back to perfect and working just how you want it. And where are we at? There we go, done. Okay, so it's finally done. So it actually was done before it was done. So it still said 77%, but the speaker was actually saying that it was done. So now here is the speaker. It looks so much cooler with this top panel light. I really love that top panel light. I'm gonna do a factory reset. Just go ahead and do it through the app, factory reset. And here it goes. So in the Partybox One app, you could actually factory reset it. And then, of course, you're going to have to go ahead and get reconnected to your Bluetooth, get connected to your Wi-Fi back into your Partybox One app if you plan on using it. And you have to use it at least once just to get the speaker working properly. I'm probably going to be using mostly Bluetooth. And, for my connections, I'm probably not going to be in the app. But, you never know. I may end up using the app. All right, so it's back on again. Now we can get Bluetooth connected and get everything connected again. So there you have it. That's the firmware upgrade, factory reset. So after the second update went through, the speaker turned on and it actually seemed to be working a lot better. It seemed to sound a lot better. It seemed to work a lot better. The top light was actually changing colors. It was doing everything that it was supposed to do. And so we were really happy with that. And now one thing that happened since then is that when we did that, we did set up Wi-Fi. So we did connect the speaker to Wi-Fi. We got it into the Partybox One app. And what happened about a week or so ago is I turned the speaker on. I wanted to play a song, and all of a sudden it was flashing like it was updating again. Okay, so here is the Partybox Ultimate. I was just in the middle of playing a song and I pressed bass boost and then it just started doing this. Circling around here on the top, you can see this light is just flashing. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna try to figure this out, get back to you. And I didn't know what it was doing. I thought maybe the speaker was broken, maybe, I don't know, something happened to it. So actually I left it going like that for like a minute or so, and then I unplugged it, I plugged it back in, it kept doing it, and then it finally like finished and it seemed like it updated again. So at that point I checked the firmware and I noticed it was on One OS 2.4. Okay, so I couldn't do anything. So what I ended up having to do is just turn it off and actually unplug it and turn it back on. White light is still flashing up here. I don't know what is going on, guys. Is it broken? Looks like it's broken. Okay, so something is happening here. I don't know what's happening, but something definitely is. Now it's flashing faster. This is very strange. Never seen this before. It looks like it's doing some type of update without us even asking for it. So maybe once you get it in the app, you might want to just, once you get it in the app and update it, you might want to just disable Wi-Fi if you're not going to be using it. I think you can still use the app without Wi-Fi, right? You can. So you can use the app without Wi-Fi. You just don't need to update this thing. Just leave it without updating. Leave it without Wi-Fi, so it can't just do this to you. Right, so just stop flashing. Now it's a solid. Is it going to turn on? Let's see what's going to happen here. So, look, now it's turning on. Well, kind of. Very interesting. Okay, beat pad flashing. What's going on? Now it's still flashing up there. Did something, that's for sure. Now it's flashing, now it's coming on. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so it's actually connecting now. It's actually on again. So it looks like it updated itself by itself without us even asking. As soon as we turned it on, it connected to our Wi-Fi, it checked for an update, and it took the liberty of updating itself without even asking us or giving us an option to say no. So you know that now. Don't keep your Wi-Fi on if you don't want this thing just doing things without your knowledge. Okay, now it shows that it's actually running One OS 2.4, which is really strange. Right, we're resetting it right now to see what happens. Top light's still on, so the ring is still working. Everything seems to be working. We're gonna try to play something. The sound is back on, the startup sound. Now what I did when this happened is I just pressed bass boost. Let's see if I could press it now. So now it's working. That's really weird. And while it was, okay, here we go. So it's working now. Speaker's playing. All right, guys. Well, I guess it's fixed. It just the sound is a big thing. See how it sounds. I'm alone. I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go. All right, guys. So it absolutely has no bass anymore. Just kidding. It like almost broke my walls down. So I guess it's still working. I don't know what happened, but it's back in business. If you don't want this thing updating all on its own or thinking on its own or whatever, just reset it, leave the Wi-Fi off. You can still use the app. So first off, let me just say, if you don't want the speaker automatically updating, be sure that once you update it the first time, or if you're done with Wi-Fi, you're going to have to do a factory reset to get the Wi-Fi off of the speaker, and then it won't be able to auto update. And the second thing is that inside of the app, somebody asked me this before, if there was a way to turn off the startup and shutdown sound, and there actually is. It's called audio tones. You could turn that off, and there's going to be no more JBL startup or shutdown sound. For somebody who doesn't like that. There was one particular viewer who was using it in a church, and he didn't want that to be, to happen because it was just, too loud or whatever. So yes, you can actually turn that off. And you do also have a 5-band EQ in the app, which is really nice. And you can also customize these buttons right here. So you have the little party pad. So inside your app, you can actually customize the party pad, which is something that I did. And when you customize it, it does turn white like that. So now I have, let's see, do I have any sound on? Let's see. So those are the sounds I put on my party pass. You can actually do that. So just to let you guys know what I mainly use this for, I definitely use this for watching movies. That's one of the biggest things that I do with it. I use it as like my movie speaker. And this thing makes you sound like you are in the movie theater. So I put my screen up for my projector. I use this speaker. I usually just like leave it in the corner because it like reverberates off the wall so good. And it's just incredible for watching movies on, besides just playing music on it. Okay, so final thoughts. Should you update the speaker? Would I purchase the speaker again if I didn't already have it? And what do I think of it? I think the speaker is great. I think it has a lot of bass. I think it also does have clarity. It seems to work pretty good for just about any type of song that you throw at it. For movies, I definitely like it. I would update it again if I didn't update it, because the update just made the colors and made the speaker just work a whole lot better. Yeah. And would I purchase it again? Absolutely. I would 100% purchase the speaker again. I don't know if I would pay $1,700 for it, but I did get it on sale for $1,299 with a cover. So I probably would do that again if if that opportunity was available and I didn't actually have it. So is the JBL Ultimate a good speaker? 100%. Would I buy it again? Definitely. I recommend it to you guys, and I'm sure if you get it, you're not going to regret it. Yeah, and if you guys want to get the most bass out of your speaker, it really works good if you put it in a corner. So if you back it into a corner and you play it there, it just makes the bass, I mean, it's just incredible what it does for the bass. If you're interested in purchasing a speaker, I will leave a link in the description. And if you would like to support the channel, please be sure to use my links, since anything you purchase does generate a small revenue for the channel. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell button so you never miss another video on Real Reviews. See you guys next time.